Hi dreamers, this is DJ with Dreaming Joy 1111. Before I get started on today's dream, I want to do a quick introduction about me and my abilities. I am a dreamwalker, empath, and intuitive. I have the ability to go into other people's dreams. I can do this only if you call out to me or if spirit allows me to. In these dreams, I am able to see the dream from the experience from your first person point of view and also from my third person point of view, both at the same time. This gives me unique insight on what is going on or what is happening in the dream. I can see clairvoyant dreams where the dream is about a real event that has not happened yet. I can see things that occurred in the past, so I can tell in the dream if it is a past life dream or if the dream is just a jumble of things that your subconscious is trying to tell you. I've been honing my abilities and learning about dreams for more than 30 years now. I can also astral project, and in the future I might share those experiences with you as well. I also get messages in my meditations, which I will also share here on this channel if I think it is in someone's higher good. If it's in their best interest, then I'll share those. Please help these messages spread so we can grow the channel and reach more people who need to know what their dreams are trying to tell them. I would really love it if you subscribe to the channel. If the message was helpful, please like the video and share with anyone you think needs to hear it. I do ask that you don't tag people on social media posts, even if the dream message is a perfect match for them. If you tag them, then their other family, friends, and contacts might see it too. This could cause problems for your friend. It is better to share the link through a text message. That way they can decide in private how the message resonates with them. I will timestamp all the videos, so if you want to skip this introduction in the future, you can jump to any part that you want to. I do private dream interpretation videos for $20. If you are interested, you can check the description box for more information and other helpful links. So let's get into the description of the dream. Last night, you, the dreamer, had a complicated and kind of scary dream. I would say based on the fear that this was a nightmare. In the dream, I looked around and everything felt like a war zone. It looked a little like the video game Resident Evil. I could span around and take in the entire scene, but again, it looked a little bit like a video game. In the dream, people weren't hunting zombies like in the video game Resident Evil. They were hunting you and a few other people that were in a house. And this house was abandoned, and that is where you were hiding. A little girl walked in and she saw you specifically. She was dressed in like a brightly colored dress. She had dark brown skin, and and she was wearing like a red bindi on her forehead between her eyes, sort of where the third eye is. Her hair was very dark and shiny and soft, and she had soft curls, sort of between curls and waves, I would say. And these details, they're probably important to this specific dreamer, and you might understand that a little bit better as we go on in the dream. The little girl was maybe about 6 years old, but she couldn't have been much older than that. Anyways, the little girl walked into this abandoned house and she saw you. She immediately started screaming for help. She was screaming in Urdu. So she wasn't screaming in English. She was speaking Urdu, and she was screaming. And now I don't speak that language. I've heard it before, but I don't understand it. In the dream, I knew what she was screaming because you speak Urdu. You understood what she was saying. And what I got from it was, come help, she is here. So whatever she was screaming in Urdu would have translated to come help, she is here. So she was screaming to somebody to come and help her because she found you specifically. You, the dreamer, did know the language, and I could feel and understand things the way that you do at that moment. The little girl, she ran away, and you ran up the stairs screaming for everyone to leave. But you were not speaking Urdu now. Now you were speaking Arabic. Okay, so that's tricky, but the little girl was speaking Urdu to you. You were speaking Arabic to everybody else. And I'm pretty sure that you speak 3 languages: English, Urdu, and Arabic, because it was translating to me that it was Urdu, but it was coming to me as English, and it was translating to me as English even when you were speaking Arabic, if that makes sense. It's really, like I said, it's complicated. So all of a sudden, a lot of people ran past us, down the stairs, and out the front door. They all got away. However, you decided to go up the stairs to a bedroom. You started packing things up in suitcases and boxes. Then you heard footsteps on the stairs coming in quick. So you hid under the bed, and the bed was really small. Part of your body was sticking out. So you reached up and you grabbed part of the bedding. You pulled the blanket over the part of your body that couldn't fit under the bed. Then you felt someone sit on the bed, and then the blanket started to move slowly. The person all of a sudden ripped off the blanket and started screaming in Urdu. Again, it was the same little girl. You could hear a frenzy as more footsteps stomped up the stairs. Then you looked at the little girl, and you looked her right in the face, and you said, Inshallah. And I'm sure I'm mispronouncing that, but you said Inshallah. And then that was, I think that's Arabic for if Allah wills it. I'm pretty sure. If I have it wrong in any way, please correct me in the comments. I don't want to butcher something that's this beautiful. So anyways, as soon as you said Inshallah to her, she immediately covered you and sat back on the bed, and her body was even slightly covering you in a very protective way. There was a strong feeling of gratitude in that moment that seemed to cross the differences in language and religion. And the little girl who was afraid of you was now protecting you. Like you two recognized each other in that moment. And when the others came in, she directed them that the room was clear. So she saved you. That's when I woke up from the dream. So there was some symbols in the dream that I want to go over, get the meanings for. Covering up with a blanket. Blankets are a symbol of warmth and protection. It is you trying to find comfort in difficult situations or to hide from them. Because the blanket was on the bed before covering yourself, it is a sign that you are capable of getting through any kind of difficult situation. You did, after all, use the blanket as a tool, which was pretty quick thinking, in my opinion. Hiding under the bed. This usually means there are fears or anxieties that you are trying to hide from. It can also be about childhood, wanting to go back to a time you felt safe. It could also indicate a lack of self-confidence or self-esteem. You may feel a little trapped by your current situation. Packing things in a suitcase. Throughout time, people have had dreams about packing their suitcases. The traditional dream interpretation of doing this in a dream is that you are ready to move on. You may be ready to leave a physical place, like moving out of town or immigrating to a new country. Or it could be on an emotional level. You may be ready to start a new relationship, but you need to say goodbye to someone else first. It may be a symbolic journey, like leaving childhood behind. Either way, packing a suitcase in your dream means that you are about to move on. Seeing a little girl in your dream. When you dream about a little girl, it is often you. This could be you from your childhood. This could be an aspect of yourself that you are suppressing or that you have grown past. It could also be an indication that you need more childlike joy, excitement, and wonder in your life. If you are overstressed or overburdened, you may need to go back to childhood to find balance again. Climbing upstairs. Climbing stairs in a dream is about moving up or down the spectrum of enlightenment. You are either heading towards more understanding or you are moving away from it. In this dream, everyone else in the abandoned house was running down the stairs in fear. You were climbing up towards a higher knowing. Being hunted or chased. If you are being chased or hunted in a dream, it may be that you feel regret or that you are not taking action on something. For example, if you are procrastinating on an important matter, you may feel this stress in your dream where you are being chased. If you feel guilt, like for leaving something behind, you may feel like you can't quite get away from it. This could be a bad choice you've made in the past. It could be a recent breakup with someone that you just sort of fell out of love with, or even leaving a job that depended way too much on you specifically. That could also cause guilt. Okay, let's see what the tarot cards say about the dream. Okay. Can you see? I'll just move this. Justice. The Magician. The Lovers. I don't know if you can see that. Let's do this. It's the Ten of Wands. The Fool. The Hermit. These are the Crow Tarot. I think they're really nice. Let's put this here. We get Temperance under the deck. Justice is about finding balance, or it may be a court case, maybe a divorce. The Magician. The Magician is about manifesting a desired outcome or maybe creating something new for yourself. We have the Lovers. This is about relationships and partnerships. Some people think, true love, and some people look at it as a third party, maybe, something coming between the lovers here. It could also imply a new union or a separation, depending on some of the surrounding cards. The Ten of Wands is all about laying down the burdens that are too heavy to carry any longer. And these burdens, they may not have seemed overwhelming at first, but they do soon become too much to carry. The Fool is about starting over and all of the excitement that comes with that. It is about sort of discovering who you are and going in that direction. So this is the Hermit card. This card is about finding the answers within. I think often we look to outside sources for guidance and answers, like friends and family, but those answers are already truly inside of us. The Hermit card is about going within. Let's see. So because we have Temperance under the deck, that card is also about balance, similar to Justice here. This is like balance in ourselves and our lives. It can also be, it could be about being patient with yourself. And bringing all of these cards together, I get a sense that the dreamer fell in love. And that sounds great, but I feel like this might be one of those loves that the dreamer was always told to avoid. There's some conflict here. This feels to me like the love the dreamer has is for a person that is night and day different than what their families sort of expected would be good for them. This relationship is cherished, but also felt like it feels like maybe it's a secret, or their feelings are kept inside. The dreamer is either hiding their feelings for or from the person that they love, or they are in the relationship and trying to keep it a secret, trying to find balance there. They have either finally revealed the secret, and that's why we see the Ten of Wands, or they feel pressure to tell the secret. This is creating an imbalance or possibly some guilt. So I'm gonna, sorry about that, my camera went out. I was saying that I want to pull some of the Sacred Forest Oracle decks, and that I think they're really beautiful here with this person almost looks like a dream flying on a Pegasus. So I'll just pull a couple of those. Okay, we got Enlightenment, and we got Growth. Can you see them? Under the deck is Courage. So now I want to talk about my feelings on the dream. some of my thoughts. I think when we look at everything all together, we can see that this dreamer is battling themselves, and sometimes that's the hardest battle to face. When the dreamer ran upstairs to pack their things, there was a strong sense of urgency and a strong feeling of knowing, like the dreamer knew exactly what they wanted, who they truly were, and what direction they needed to go to get there. When the dreamer said, Inshallah, to the little girl, they were both at peace because the dreamer knew that their choice was divinely guided. She told the little girl that it was in Allah's hands, and although the little girl was likely Hindu in the dream, she seemed to understand what it meant to put things in God's hand. In God's hands, it felt in that moment like these two versions of you came together. And I feel strongly that this dream was about you and the religion and community you grew up in and the person you are today. I feel like you may have fallen in love with someone who is a different religion, and that you also fell in love with their religion. And you still love your family, but you have found yourself in a new path. In the dream, you spoke Urdu and Arabic, but I think you also speak English. I don't think I would have understood you if your brain wasn't translating all of those languages in a way that I could understand, because I don't speak Urdu or Arabic. If I had to put all the pieces together, I would say that you might have been raised Hindu, and you may have fallen in love with a Muslim. You may have learned Islam and Arabic. You may feel this is your new path, and now you are feeling guilt for leaving that other part of your life behind, or you are still trying to hide it. Either way, in the dream, and this is really important, in the dream there was balance. Your younger self accepted you, and you accepted your younger self. And temperance, right here, for which you don't necessarily see coming right here under the deck, temperance brings balance, and it, probably bringing the balance through the growth and enlightenment. I mean, remember that you didn't run away in fear with all the others. You ran towards the change. And so, it makes sense that you have courage here, that you may not realize you have this much courage, but you do. So, these under the deck cards may just imply the things that you're not aware of. Like you can have balance and patience with yourself, and you do have courage because, again, you ran up the stairs. So you're running towards a higher knowing. All right, so please like and subscribe for more dream messages. That's all I have for you. Thanks for watching. Bye, dreamers.